What's going on, everybody? I'll give you guys a few picks for FanDuel tonight. The basketball slate, the main slate. Give you a few sleepers and a few studs to target. It's probably some people you weren't looking at. So we're going to start off at the point guard position. I know everybody's going to go out to Westbrook against New York. It's the first game. You know, he didn't play last time. It's a great pick, but Doncic is right under him. No Porzingis. It's basically just him and Tim Hardaway. So look for Doncic to be the top stud of the night. Should be the top point guard of the night. Also look for Elfridge Payton against Houston. He should get a lot of steals against Houston. Turnover prone. New York is at home. Dennis Smith Jr. is injured, so only backup is Frank Ntilikina. Elfridge is a good pick at 6,300 to help you out. To begin your lineup off the right way, I should say. If you want somebody at low ownership, look at DeJounte Murray. Gonna be low on. Not a lot of people gonna have him, but he's been playing real solid lately. And with all the injuries out there in San Antonio, I know they're not guard related, but DeJounte Murray should have a solid game at a low ownership. Could surprise you. Colin Sexton is another point guard who can have a solid game tonight. He no Darius Garland, so he's out there basically by himself at the point guard position. He's been attacking the basket lately, and Utah is not that good defensively, regardless of what their record says. I watch Utah games, and they're not guarding like that. So Colin Sexton is another sleeper. Another person that, if you want to go here, you want to throw your point guard position away, you can drop J.J. Barea in your lineup. 3,700. I know his last 3 games don't look promising, but no Brunson, Seth Curry questionable, probably not going to play. Like I say, anytime I see someone questionable or doubtful, I don't even look that way. So if you find out some news on Seth Curry, because it's still early and he does play, then you don't have to look at JJ. But if no Seth Curry, JJ Barea is a great pick. All right, the shooting guard position. You got James Harden sitting at the top, going up against New York. He just destroyed New York last time they played. But he's by himself. It's after Kobe eulogy, and he had no Westbrook. So he did that in 33 minutes. He shouldn't even been out there. It was just D'Antoni kept him out there on the court, and he had that 57. So if you want to, I suggest you get you a lineup with him, just to be safe. But you don't really need him tonight. But you can get you a lineup with James. But always look at CJ McCollum. Shouldn't leave your lineup tonight. And you know the situation. No Lillard, Orlando. They hurting. No Aaron Gordon, possibly. No. What's his face? Aaron Gordon is the only injury, but Jonathan Isaac's been out all year. So defensively, they're not as good as they once was. So CJ McCollum should have a great game tonight against Orlando. Zach LaVine is injured, so he's questionable. I don't think he's playing either, so I would stay away from him. I would just act like that game time decision was a circle. His ass is out. I should say. DeMar DeRozan is somebody who should have a solid game tonight. He's been on an up, down trend. Anytime you see somebody on an up, down trend like this, in the last couple of games, it's usually going to keep going like that for about another couple of games. But he's 34 against Utah, 19 against OKC, 51 against Dallas, 36 against Orlando. So you should be looking at an up game from DeMar DeRozan. With all the injuries over there in San Antonio, it's just somebody that you might want to look at. Now for some sleepers. They ain't really sleepers, but they cheap, just in case you don't want to pay up for them shooting guards. And you want to throw in somebody with a James Harden or a CJ McCollum. You got your boy Dylan Brooks, who coming back to his old ways. His last three games been solid. So somebody I would look for. He playing over 30+ minutes, and they going up against a garbage Atlanta team. They need to win every game. They're trying to make it to the playoffs, so look for them to play extremely tough. RGR's pick of the day is Jordan Clarkson. He put me on to Jordan Clarkson last night. It's a solid pick. Going back to Cleveland. Ain't like LeBron going back to Cleveland, nothing like that. This is Jordan Clarkson we're talking about. But if Utah come out there and just tear Cleveland a new asshole, Jordan Clarkson should have a solid game off the bench. It ain't like a win-win situation because he's going to play minutes. And Utah blow him out or not, they're going to need him out there because they're scoring. So that's RGR's pick of the night. One of my number one sleepers for the night is DeLon Wright. He's going to play over 30 minutes. No Seth Curry. I'm telling you, Seth's not going to play. If he does play, then, hey, shame on me. But DeLon Wright's still going to play 30-something minutes. And it's the Bulls with no Zach LaVine. He shouldn't play tonight either. DeLon Wright should have a field day. He's the third player that can create for himself on Dallas. It's Luka, Tim Hardaway, and then DeLon Wright. And then my boy Freaky JJ Barea at the point guard position. I'm telling you, look, Seth Curry don't play. These two players on Dallas and get you some decent points for cheap, for the low. And I'm going to give you Fly's sleeper for the night, and that's Gary Trent. So Fly put me on a Gary Trent last night. I had been on him when he was dropping those 30s, but, he ain't been doing much lately. He had a great matchup against Atlanta. He dropped the ball. He had a great matchup against Indiana where he played 40 minutes. He put up 29 fantasy points. Should have had like 40. He was missing a lot of shots. One thing about Gary Trent, he's going to take shots. He see a lane, he's going to take it. He's going to shoot the corner three. Well, if CJ McCollum looking for him. But if he ain't scoring, he got to be getting steals. So if that Orlando game go how Portland wanted to go fast-paced, Gary Trent could be a solid pick at the shooting guard position. All right. Now at the small forward position, be honest, everybody's going to go out. I already know this. He on the road, going against Miami, playoff team. Miami, it's going to be probably the best game on tonight's slate. So look for Giannis to be in a lot of people's lineup. I'm thinking 60 to 70 possibly, depending on how close the game is. Hopefully Miami don't come out there on some just extra motivated shit and blow Milwaukee out and fuck the whole slate up. But you want to get you a lineup or two with Giannis in there. Now, up under Giannis is where it gets ugly. All these small forwards, you looking like, come on, man. Like, now it's like I'm playing a guessing game. So if you put Giannis in your lineup, you don't really have to play a guessing game. You can just drop down to my number one sleeper for the night at the small forward position, and that's Rudy Gay. 4,300. He's going to play over 30+ minutes. And the situation in San Antonio. No LaMarcus Aldridge, possibly. No Podol. Rudy Gay is like the second tallest person on their team after Trey Lyles. They're going to need his rebounding. They're going to need some scoring from him. So it's a good play to plug in with Giannis if you're making a Giannis Antetokounmpo lineup. Another throwaway. I don't really call it a throwaway, but it's somebody nobody's looking at. It's my boy James Ennis. I know, probably laughing right now, but James is going to play over 25 minutes, possibly 30 minutes, because Aaron Gordon's is probably going to be ruled out. So if Aaron Gordon's ruled out, look for James Ennis to play. He's going to start, and Portland cannot guard anything. It's just an offensive team. They're just running up and down. They just want to score. They want to score more points than you. Orlando at least try to play a little defense. So Ennis could get some steals. He can wide open threes. If he's knocking them down, that could be a steal for you for 4,100. If Aaron Gordon, he's going to start whether Aaron Gordon plays or not. But if Aaron Gordon doesn't play, I love James Ennis. It's like probably my number 2 sleep at the small forward position. All right, the power forward position. I love the power forward position tonight. We got it's kind of hard to guess wrong at the power forward position. Now that Porzingis is out, like I say, I don't like people to get injured, but I love when I see injuries, especially when a top person goes out. It makes it just a little bit more easier, kind of to me. So you got Bam now as the top power forward for the night, going up against Milwaukee, who can't guard power forwards because Kelly Olynyk going to be starting. You got to think about it. Brook Lopez going to have him stretched out at the 3-point line. Excuse my baby in the background. I got three babies, triplets. So that's what you hear in the background. They're going crazy. You got, like I said, Milwaukee can't guard power forward position. And, Spo is a great coach. Budenholzer is a great coach. It's going to be the best game on the night slate by far. So look for Bam to look for Miami to probably be like a 2-3 zone or something like that. Bam probably play in the middle. A lot of offensive rebounds a lot of defensive rebounds for Bam. A lot of blocks. They're gonna try and stop Giannis from driving. So Spo gonna draw. He gonna draw something up. I already know. Be a good game. Sabonis. The last game of the night. He 8,700. You already know the situation in San Antonio. I got to keep explaining. He destroyed Trey Lyles and not LaMarcus Aldridge, Rudy Gay. If you're just looking at it from a big man's point of view, he should destroy them. So try to get Sabonis in your lineups. John Collins is another. This is his type of game. Up and down, fast pace. A lot of oops. Memphis can't guard anything. Like, nobody could keep up. Gorgie Dame or Valanciunas can keep up with him up and down the court. And he shoot a lot of threes too. So, and John Collins is consistent. You look at his numbers, they consistent. So he's a great pick at the power forward position. I'm going to roll down to Larry Nance if you want to take that chance. I know that rhymed. I wasn't trying to do that, but if you want to take a chance with my boy Larry, I wouldn't mind, depending on how many lineups you're doing, plugging Larry in. He's on the start. Gonna get the minutes. It's just, what is he gonna do against Utah? Utah pretty good against power forwards. So, I don't know why they're so good against power forwards, but they usually are. But he could be playing the center position, and Kevin Love could go to the power forward. I don't know how they're going to do that in Cleveland. It's one of my least favorite games tonight. But if you're going to go there, you got Larry down there just chilling. But my sleepers for the night is like the most obvious sleepers. That's Maxi Kleber, Trey Lyles. It's just straightforward. It's right. It's no Porzingis. Willie Cauley-Stein gets no tick. Boban gets no tick. Maxi Kleber usually plays great when him and Luka are out there together. If he get hot behind the 3-point line, he's going to get you a few blocks. He's going to get you some steals. It's the Bulls. It's the fucking Bulls. So look for Maxi Kleber to have a great game. And then Trey Lyles. No Poto. I don't think LaMarcus Aldridge is playing. I've been stressing this for a reason because it's the last game of the night. San Antonio, Indiana game will surprise a lot of people. San Antonio don't really get blown out like that. Everybody gets blown out every once in a while, but for the most part, you see San Antonio in a lot of overtime games. That game could possibly go to overtime. They're gonna play. Popovich still a good coach, you know what I'm saying? He's just not gonna let them go out there and just play like complete ass. I hate the Spurs, but it's one of my favorite teams to target when I'm doing fantasy because they always play like either right before the last game or the last game. You never catch real like early San Antonio games. You do, everybody play early, but for the most part, a lot of San Antonio games be like right before that last game. That's why I like targeting them games. But look for Trey Lyles and Maxi Kleber to be the value that you need. You know, if you want to go like a Bam or a John Collins or a Sabonis, you can pair them up with a Maxi Kleber or a Trey Lyles. Sorry about all the movement. All right, finally, the center position. My least favorite position for the night, only because all the top centers was going up against each other. I know Drummond just got downgraded to doubtful, which I'm not touching him. He's not going to play. I'm telling you this now. Drummond is not going to play. There is no Tristan Thompson. So that Rudy Gobert Drummond then matchup is no longer existent. Now, Whiteside and Vucevic are the top two centers, but they're going up against each other. One thing I hate doing in FanDuel is picking two players that's going up against each other. You can't pick two centers, but I just don't like when two players are going up against each other and they're the highest priced players on at that position. I hate it. So this is me. I would stay away from Whiteside and Vucevic, depending on how many lineups you're doing. If you want to play around with it, go ahead. You know what I'm saying? But it's just gonna be like you got to take a guess on which one of them gonna have the best or the better matchup. So it's kind of like, you want to go out there and take that chance, go ahead. But if it was me, I was doing a lineup, I would look down here at Valanciunas, 7,200 going up against Atlanta. No bigs now. I got a dilemma with Valanciunas as well. Can he keep up with John Collins? That's going to be a fast-paced game. Can he keep up? And a lot of times when a lot of times when Memphis get in fast-paced games, Valanciunas only play like 22 minutes because he can't keep up. But they ain't got no Jaren Jackson, and they don't got Brandon Clark. So it's just him and Gorgie Dang and Josh Jackson is the only bigs out there. And, I just watched Whiteside, big, slow, lazy ass, put up 49 on Atlanta. To tell me Valanciunas can't do the same thing. That's just me looking at it from a big man's point of view. So look for Valanciunas to get you a quick, easy 40 piece. He's not going to get you no less than 30 unless something stupid happened and they sit him on the bench. Mitchell Robinson, you've been hooping lately. Great numbers. Even played good against Houston because he athletic and he can stick with that small ass lineup Houston have out there. A lot of those big ass centers can't stay with that lineup. That's what it's working for Houston. But when they play against teams with athletic wings and like athletic centers like fucking Daniel Tice, Mitchell Robinson, like Anthony Davis, and it's like they can keep up with Houston. They can guard everything. So look for Mitchell Robinson to be a solid pick for 6,200 tonight. So just because you don't want to pay up, if you don't, if you can get good lineups with those players up there, you get a good lineup with Rudy Gobert. But if they blow Cleveland out, like you ain't gonna have like 20, 30 fantasy points, unless you just come out there killing in the first half, which is rare that you see Rudy Gobert do that. It's rare that you see Vucevic come out and put up a big first half. Whiteside might put up like 36, 39 in the first half, and then he'll finish with like 40 something. So you can spend 9,500 when you can possibly get that same 40 out of one of these two dudes. Possibly Miles Turner. The situation again, San Antonio, no bigs. I'm gotta keep explaining that. But one of my sleepers for the night, which everybody's probably looking at, Wendell Carter. Oops, sorry, Boban. Not you, buddy. My boy Wendell. So he played 18 minutes last night against the Knicks. Scored over a minute. One fantasy point per minute. Over one fantasy point per minute. And he almost had like a double-double. Got 1 block, 2 assists. It's not bad for 18 minutes against the garbage-ass Knicks. Now he's going up against Dallas. And he's going to play 20 to 25 minutes tonight. 3,600. Get your lineup with Wendell Carter tonight. Just see, sky's the limit. You can stack your lineup. You put Wendell in there. Get your lineup with Wendell Carter and don't put Giannis in there and see what it would look like. I'm telling you, man, you can do a lot when you got a center at 3,600 that's going to play 20 to 25 minutes. It's going to start. And Dallas has no center. So, hey, man, those are my